but we're about to be. Oh, what in the hell? Did you stay?
Yeah, we need a new one, don't we?
Barely.
I think we probably do. But anyway, we are live.
We are live.
Hello and welcome to the Spencer's Ventures podcast. This is the podcast where Dan and I just chat about whatever is on our minds. Maybe it's something in theme park news. Maybe it's TV shows or movies or something like that. But I am Jen. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jen. This is Dan. And Spencer's Ventures is made up of my immediate family. So we are 1/3 of that. Anyway, yeah. So we haven't been live for a little bit. But that's okay. I hate it when he does that. Because I think he's going to say something, so I want to give him the room, and then, I don't know what to do. So we haven't been live for a little while. We're slackers, basically. Basically, we are slackers. Hi.
I see you.
But here we are, doing a podcast. So, are we still doing, some
now
of our...
sponsored.
No, it's not. We are not sponsored. We don't even have enough. Look, we're not even a blip on anybody's screen.
So listen, man. Yeah, you're right. We the whole screen. Anyway, so what's in your cup?
What's in my cup is coffee, because that's usually what's in my cup, in my Animal Kingdom Lodge cup, mug, whatever. See, and there's a little giraffe.
You stay out of this argument that's non-existent. I'm not getting a haircut. I just destroyed somebody's ears.
He actually does kind of need a haircut. I just came back from getting my haircut. This is the shortest that I've had it in years. I haven't gone this short in years, and it feels incredible. It feels lighter. I'm just loving it. So anyway, I guess since I'm 54, I should, start going a little shorter, because I think that's what older people do. I don't know. It looks better anyway. So, and I like it, and that's the point. And if I wanted it down to my butt, I could do that too. Doesn't matter how old I am. So, okay, let's get down to some business.
I didn't get to say what was in my cup.
What's in your cup?
I have water, but my taste bud thinks it's cherry.
What is this? Explain this cup thing, whatever this is.
The brand is called Air Up. Yeah, that's
Air
right.
Up.
I'm gonna show it off. This is their big ol' one. This is their 28 ounce.
It's big.
Or
it's
26.
heavy too.
It's 26 or 28 ounce. It's actually really nice. But basically, I'm about to swap the pod out in a minute anyway. But
it has pods, kind of like my coffee.
You take these pods and you just slip, and you can put it down if you just want to taste water, which I don't know what you're tasting anyway because it's water, or you can pop it up and then cherry in my mouth.
So how does that give flavor?
No.
It's just the smell?
It's just the smell.
That is so weird.
And so
because I did taste it, and I was
my body is getting nothing but water in it, and my brain is getting all the flavor that I crave.
That's so weird to me.
And Kira, you can say ew, but it works. This one works.
It's really, yeah.
I'm actually really
excited.
It's
strange.
Really excited.
Because I tried it, and it is a little strange, but maybe
with a different...
on
my water journey.
Maybe with a different flavor or smell, I would maybe like it better.
Yeah, well, also, you got it right when the straw was still fresh, and I can definitely, my brain has now picked out the difference between the cherry and the straw.
Yeah. So, okay.
No! Damn you, Kiara.
So, you were not at opening day with us.
Uh-huh. Correct. This is factual.
So, you were at Dave's by then, right?
Yes.
You were, yeah.
I farted.
He is great, thanks. he is house sitting for his brother, but he just came up today because he was up here yesterday and he had my card and I needed my card.
Because I was kidnapping another animal that I'm going to be animal sitting, and then I stole a card, so then I card napped a card, but then I had to come back to card nap the card napping.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. So
yeah, so I was like, hey Dan, let's do a podcast. We haven't been live for a while. So anyway, opening day of Six Flags Great Adventure was last Saturday, and it was kind of rainy and stuff, and then the sun came out and it was beautiful, and then after the park closed, a tornado hit the area, and we were kind of there for that. If you haven't seen the opening day vlog, and maybe you're not interested in the whole vlog, but the last, say 5-ish minutes of the vlog is the hail coming down as we were getting gas just down the road from Six Flags. And so we knew that a tornado was somewhere because of that hail and wind. It was insane.
Now for context, was this the one closer to Six Flags or
this
on the way home?
No. This was
the one right next to it.
Yeah, we were right down the road from Six Flags. We went into Wawa, and Wawa was closing their pumps as we drove in, and I'm going, what the heck? So we figured, well, it must be because there is at that time, it was a tornado watch. And we thought, well, it must be because of the weather coming in. Maybe they're thinking this tornadoes. And then after we crossed the street to go to the 7-Eleven across the street, the tornado warning came in, and we were like, oh crap. And we pull in and this hail starts, and I'm like, oh no. They did not close early. They closed at 7, and we left at 7. And the sky got really dark. The lightning started. We're like, okay, let's go. We got to go get.
But I had closed.
There were rides closed, but not because of that.
That's weird.
No, there were rides closed, but not because of that.
All right, so maybe I'm imagining this wrong. Did all that stuff just not form until that point?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
I was going to say, if it's that close, they wouldn't have had,
No, it had just popped up. That it was just the way it was. So, yeah. So, that was interesting. And if you want to see, our part of the storm, go to my opening day video. And if you're not interested in the opening day part, go to, the last, I'm going to say it's, the last 5 minutes. It's definitely at the end of the vlog. Crazy. It was my bonus footage. So, after our outro, I went to some bonus footage of the hail, and it was so loud. It was loud, man. It was crazy. Anyway, but we made it home safe. There were a lot of branches down. I saw half of a tree down, but it was all to the side of the road, and some of it stuck out into the road, so I had to dart around it. But it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. That weather was crazy. So opening day was good, though. It was very, very dead. And there were rides closed. Now, the part of the park where El Toro is and Frontier Adventures, that whole side of the park is closed. So there's no Skyway, there's no Runaway Train, there's no Medusa, no Tango, no Log Flume, which is too cold for that anyway. And of course, no El Toro, because El Toro is not done being fixed yet. But, so that's all closed. Nitro was closed. Batman was closed.
For unrelated? Or
just, we don't know. We think...
That's bizarre.
We think it was staffing.
Bro.
We think it was a staffing issue.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, Swash was closed, too.
Swash?
But Jolly Roger...
Jolly Roger... Be that shot on employees, though.
There's Jolly Roger, Buccaneer... was open. Crazy Train was open. Yes, Sky Screamer, of course, was open. But so that whole side, Joker, all that was open. That whole side was open. But then and then Swash is closed. I'm like, okay. And then Nitro was closed. Little Devil was closed.
That's weird.
It was very strange. It was very strange, but I'm kind of glad because there were people saying that Ka was closed and Ka was not closed. don't touch that, please, Rach, because if it falls, it's an issue. She was kind of messing with our lighting. But anyway, so Ka was not closed there. I saw some videos where people said, oh, Ka's closed. Well, it didn't open right away in the beginning of the day. It did open later, though. It was open. Zumanjaro was open.
That would have been a wild night to have done it, too, I'm sure.
So, yeah, like, it's kind of nice. Oh, Houdini still isn't fixed. That's closed. What I'm going to say, though, is it's kind of nice that there's so much closed because people don't want to go right now. People want to wait until Memorial Day when a lot of this stuff is going to open. So, like, Frontier Adventures will open Memorial Day and all that.
That sounds more like their certification issues.
Well...
Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to be so confident in it opening that day. Unless if you backlogged a bunch of employees.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know why you would do that in that scenario. That's weird.
Yeah, but what I want to say is I like that because a lot of people don't want to go. And so tomorrow when we go, maybe it will be on the deader side. Maybe it will not be busy and will be, because we were able to just ride. We just kept going right along and just riding and riding and riding.
That's fair.
So yeah, but Cyborg was open. Really, Cyborg? I just don't like that ride.
You didn't even
I just
do it
don't
on purpose, but that's one of the lines.
I sort of did it on purpose.
Okay.
I sort of did it on purpose.
Really, Cyborg?
So.
Cyborg.
Yeah. So it. I'm hoping tomorrow will not be super busy. I think we're gonna go at Park Open. We did reserve Scream Break, and Scream Break is new this year, so it's going to be basically just for the spring break week. Maybe in a little bit, Rach. We don't have room to fit a third person in here right now.
All you just need is the scooch down.
No, it won't fit.
Doesn't fit.
It won't fit in the screen.
At all. We barely
So-
fit.
Then how would I?
So what would you like to add?
I mean, there was some new stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a garden.
Yes, I'm going to talk about that in just a moment.
Oh, come on.
So tomorrow.
These are kind of the things I was going to question her on.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to go, I reserved spots for us for Scream Break. Now, Scream Break goes from tomorrow to the 16th. So the 8th to the 16th. And it happens at 8 o'clock. So it's from 8 to 11. The park closes at 8. And if you have the Scream Break wristband, you can stay until 11. So this is what it's going to be. It's basically a mini Fright Fest. The boardwalk area will be open. So you're going to have, what's that, Sky Coaster? Is that what that's called?
No, it's...
the one where you're strapped in.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What is that thing called? Skydive or something?
Wait, the one where you're strapped in, or the one where you are in the chair?
No, strapped in.
Oh, that's Daredevil.
Daredevil Dive, yeah.
Yeah.
That will be open, and I believe that these upcharge rides will be free during this event. So that's going to be open. Then
That's
the
a
other
weird
one,
choice.
the other one that you're strapped into a seat.
And it launches you.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. That one, the go-karts.
Across from Twix.
Right. The go-karts, the Twister Twix ride will be open. Green Lantern, Superman, Ka, and I don't think Zumanjaro, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Those are the rides that will be open. And then 2 haunted houses. We're going to have the Manor and Fears. And then the Scare Zone area will be that boardwalk area leading up to Fears and the Manor, and then all the rides. So now I'll reserve judgment until I see it tomorrow. My thought is, why not also have, now I know Houdini is broken or whatever, they're waiting for a part, but why not include Houdini, the teacups, and the merry-go-round in that, or carousel, sorry. Why not include those in that, because, and I guess because it's Scream Break, they want to leave more extreme things open, and it makes sense just to have it right there.
So my thing is...
But I don't do Twister. Like, there's no ride there that I'm going to do. Up the guts to do Ka.
The only one I want to do, other than Ka, I don't like dropper rides personally, but I want to try Zoom.
I don't want to try Zumanjaro only because I feel like you're too out in the open.
That's what makes me more comfortable to do it.
I don't mind Tower of Terror because you're completely enclosed. Tower of Terror, you're completely enclosed. Zumanjaro, you are not. You are just hanging. I don't know if I can do it.
I actually prefer that in a weird way. I don't know why.
Really?
I think part of it is I know if I fall, at the very least, I know I'm falling. Whereas if like something wrong were to go on Tower, I have no clue what's wrong. I could launch out a window or something.
No,
No, but I'm just saying like those, or like I could.
Because it's basically, it's just an elevator.
Or a seatbelt goes wrong and now I'm on the ceiling.
No.
I know
but those are your thoughts, yeah.
Whereas like, if I fall off, it's kind of like skydiving. If I fall off Zumanjaro, I'm done. I can accept it at that point.
No!
At least...
See, and I can't. I can't, no.
I can accept death. I cannot accept the chance of survival. Which is really... That's what gets me. I'd rather die than live in horrific conditions.
So, okay. But anyway, so that is what Screen Break is going to be. And, of course, we'll have a vlog about that. And, yeah. It's going to be something. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should say it here and do a separate video. Let me a little channel news right now. The way that I'm trying to set things up now is, you know, if you've been watching the channel for a little bit, you've seen that I'm trying to upload at least 3 videos a week. And yes, I recycled a bunch of Disney stuff to get us through the winter. And so I'm trying to upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, some sort of something. So this will be today's video. And if we go live, it'll be extra or it will be in place of. So today it's in place of an uploaded video because I didn't have anything ready. So on Mondays, the video that goes up on Mondays will be anything that we vlogged over the weekend. Now, if I vlogged more than one thing over the weekend, then it'll be Monday, Wednesday, or possibly Sunday, Monday. Just, it depends on what it is. Like if it's opening a Fright Fest or something like that, the opening, it'll probably go up on Sunday, which I was going to do last week. And I thought, no, I've been doing Mondays. So I just uploaded the opening day vlog on Monday. So it'll be anything we vlogged on Monday, then, and sometimes Wednesday, and then Wednesday or Friday, depending, will be something I've got in the hold. We're doing a series on the Franklin Institute, so you'll see at least one of those a week until we run out of those. And that's about it. So I just wanted to kind of give you the roadmap. So, Rachel, what is it that you want me to address in this podcast? Because you're over here going nuts.
I don't know. I just...
Well, Dan,
you have to know.
Dan's gonna ask me some questions now about opening day, I think.
Oh.
Right.
About new stuff. I think he was gonna question me.
Here's the biggest one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is it?
Where the lounge is not there. Like I predict.
Oh, the premium lounges. What did they call them? Premium paid lounges, premium lounges, whatever they.
Which, by the way, is so redundant.
I saw no lounges. There are no lounges, not yet.
Called it.
And I don't even know.
What's the beginning of the season, you guys? Is that Fright Fest?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
So we did see, and, you could see the opening day vlog and get a lot of your questions answered. I'm just saying, go watch that vlog. So, but I'll talk about it. There was the Great Adventure Gardens, which is actually called the Arboretum?
Arboretum?
What was it called?
Where was it, though?
Okay, so it was over behind Cyborg, where I thought, well, that was that
What?
that area, that blank
I know
area.
what you're talking about.
I didn't think they would ever, I didn't think Arboretum, something like that. Whatever. Anyway, it's a garden. It's a beautiful garden. It's where the Christmas tree trail thing was for Christmas, but they've made it longer, deeper. It's deeper into that area, and it's really actually very nice. It's very nice. It could use maybe a couple of benches, but I get why they didn't do that. The whole thing is filled.
It's a smart choice. It's just a weird choice
Well,
for them.
I didn't think that. Yeah, but they're trying to make the park look nicer.
Which is why it's smart.
And that to me is, I appreciate that. Huh?
When did they do some big birthday shopping?
Well, no, please. We're doing a podcast, Rachel! Gosh.
I want to do it now.
Okay,
It's
no, not
podcast
right now.
time.
It's podcast time.
When you
Welcome
get
to
done
the
with
podcast. The podcast, yeah.
After
Anyway,
the podcast?
maybe. So it was very, very pretty. I never thought that they would actually put something there. Do you know the history of that plot of land?
Why in the hell would I know anything about that plot of land, as you so...
Do you know that there used to be a haunted house there?
Oh, is that where it was?
Many
I thought
years
that was-
ago.
I thought that
I
was-
went through that haunted
I
house.
thought that... No, I thought that...
Stop it, Rachel.
I thought that was closer to...
Sean.
No, it was there. It was there. I know I was there. I know because I was there.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't
No.
there when it caught on fire, but I was there.
Well, then there are some interesting Mandela effects or something. Because everyone I've ever spoken to said it's where... they said the exit to it is where Wonder Woman is now.
No, that is not true. That is not true.
Was there a maze there?
There was a maze there, yes, for Fright Fest. There was a Fright Fest maze
Maybe I'm
there.
conflating the two. now
Cell
that
block-
I'm thinking about it, it was
Cell Block 6 used to be
and
there.
then the exit came by where the employee entrance is. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, so the haunted house was there, and that's why that ground was never touched. That's why it was just grass. It was just basically a field.
Well,
I never thought that they, although when they did mention the Great Adventure Garden, I thought that's the perfect spot for it.
what's dead is now born anew.
So
again.
I nailed that, where it was going to be. I kind of nailed that. But, yeah, so I just, as I'm walking through, I'm like...
Rachel just got bit by the bird.
Did she?
Yep. Dumbass! Yep. She just got bit by the bird trying to get her out of the cage.
No, you don't do that.
I told her not to.
He's babysitting his dad's bird. His dad and aunt's bird. Actually, it's kind of his aunt's bird. It used to be our bird, blah, 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 whatever. So, yeah, I never thought, I even said it in the vlog, I never thought they would put anything there.
I'm going to go up to make sure she's
And yet,
in
it's the
cage.
perfect thing to put there. Can you get through?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't trust her.
Okay, gotcha. All right, while he takes care of the bird situation, I just knocked over some of my coffee. Hang on. Ugh. Yeah, the bird is temperamental. She's a red-bellied parrot. She's beautiful. She's a sweetheart. She technically used to be my bird, and then we moved into a place several years ago that would not allow us to keep the bird, which was strange. So,
I don't even want to go near that situation. Never mind.
What's happening?
I opened the door and Shadow was sat at where the door swung open, right there, and just looked up at me. And I was like, "Never mind. I see you are busy." She was on the floor, like literally, her head came to where the door swung open.
Oh wow!
Like I almost hit her.
Oh, whoops.
Luckily, I opened it, slowly for that reason.
Right.
Also, because I don't want to freak her out. But she looked up at me. I'm like, before you attack me, I'm now going to close this door. Goodbye.
So, yeah, and Shadow, her name is Shadow, and she does not like men at all. And she can be protective of her cage and stuff like that. Like, she has to be handled with a lot of care, and you have to be ready to get bitten. This was actually my fault. You probably can't even see it.
Well, here, mine will, yeah, you can see it there, but mine will probably show up a little bit better because there's more of them. Oh,
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Shadow over them.
Yeah, right. So.
And one there.
But, I mean, this one was my fault because I was not close enough to her to pick her up, and she put her little claw out. And I should have moved in when she did that, and I didn't. So she grabbed me to steady herself to get on me, and she bit down too hard.
I definitely deserve what I got, but granted, I knew I was going to get bit going into it.
And she's only here for a week, so, thank you, Jesus. Because I just can't deal with another animal. Maybe when all of these animals have passed away, possibly I would get a bird again.
You'll have Shadow still. She'll outlive us
but
all.
that's the thing, is she will outlive us all. Have to get
she might not outlive me.
Probably have to get cockatiels because they don't live quite as long. Get like a smaller type bird. Anyways, let's stop talking about birds. So so that was really nice. I'm trying to think what else is new. Oh, Coke Freestyle machines are back, at least at Yum Yum Cafe. I don't know if they're anywhere else in the park. I did not see them. They also have at Yum Yum, this is fun, chili cheese dog, foot-long cheese dog.
What the hell?
Foot-long hot dogs and chili cheese dogs. So we went to Yum Yum specifically to try the chili cheese dog. And what do you think happened?
Who dropped it?
I said, we need 2 chili cheese dogs.
Oh, they didn't have them. All right.
We don't have hot dogs.
How? All right. So
it's on your freaking menu, and you put it out in a press release. You don't put a sign somewhere that says, "Sorry, we don't have hot dogs today."
Not only that, but it was opening day.
What? But you put it in a press release, an actual press release. You put it out there into the universe.
We can ignore that part for a moment.
And I wanted a chili cheese dog.
How are you out of anything on opening day?
Also, well, it's not that they were out of it; they never got them apparently.
No, I get.
And
that.
I've got more.
That's what that tells people. They're not gonna go, "Oh, they didn't get them."
But here's
when they're supposed. They're gonna go, "Oh, they're out."
Okay.
That's what they're going to.
It gets better though. First of all, the food there is absolute crap. I'm sorry, I have to say it's crap. I really do. Like, it's edible. That's about it. So, oh my word. Do you want me to go help her?
She's getting bit, and Paul is telling her to shut up. So I'm having a great time.
Do you want me to go help her? All right. I'll tell you the rest of the chili cheese dog story.
Oh God, what is happening?
Stay here.
What is happening up there? And this is why I explicitly told her not to be in my room. This is why I tell her things to listen to. That's awful. I don't know what the squeal was. I assume. So basically what I assume is happening right now is she is on Rachel's shoulder and biting her ear. Or her hand. Or something. She has learned her lesson, I assume. The thing is, when you have a bunch of stubborn things in the same area as one another, that's what's going to happen. And, I love her, but she's a pain. This is what happens, man.
No, Rachel.
I vamped, so...
Okay, she was crawling around up here on her back, and she couldn't get to her.
Oh.
She's going, get off. I said, the bird isn't going to get off.
So she wasn't... She wasn't biting. Did you get bit? How many times?
On the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it. I heard you go, you bit me, or something like that, so...
Yeah, and you can't yell like that, because then that makes them do it again.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing.
Mama Flora's Grill.
On the menu is chili cheese dog. So...
Just keep talking.
Oh, okay.
Keep talking.
So we were like, well, wait a minute. Like, the press release said they'd be at Yum Yum, and now it looks like you have it here too. So we were with Ed and Pete from the Coaster Crew, and Ed walks up and says, do you have hot dogs? Like, because Yum Yum didn't have them. They said, yeah, we do. We have hot dogs. Oh, okay, great, perfect.
We don't have chili.
So in a little bit, we're going to go get a chili cheese dog. And at Yum Yum, it didn't have the little meal icon next to it, so I was just going to buy it, which I didn't have to, whatever. But at Mama Flora's Grill, they did have the icon next to it. I'm like, well, look at that. It is on the meal plan. Okay, this is great, right? So we go up, we order it. We don't have chili.
Yep, told you.
What the...
I called it. How much you bet that Yum Yum had it? So Yum Yum had the chili, they had the dogs, and they just weren't sharing.
You know what? If they did, I would have been ticked. I would have been like, look, can you just give me a side of chili then? Do you have... You know what? And when we go tomorrow, if they don't have it, I'm going to say, do you have the chili? And if they do, I'm going to be like, can you just give me a side of chili as a meal? Just give me a little bit of chili and call it a meal. Like, what is the problem here? So anyway, so we go, and I was like so deflated. I'm like, but Mama Flora's Grill does have cheesesteak. So I was like, you know what? Give me the cheesesteak. And John was like, well, I'll take the foot-long hot dog. Well, the foot-long hot dog looked like it had been sitting there for at least, 12
it
hours.
Like you got it from a 7-Eleven.
It was worse than that.
Oh.
It looked
they were
horrible.
On the rollers, but they were turned off.
He was not happy.
Gray.
Yeah, like it definitely looked like it had been sitting around for a while. And I said, well, next time you should get it like kind of first thing, like earlier in the day, because they probably had them made since the beginning of the day or whatever. Yeah. So, anyway, he was not happy with the hot dog. I was very happy with the cheesesteak. It had a ton of meat in it. I don't know if they do that all the time, but it was a lot of meat. The roll was good. It was a good cheesesteak. So if you're looking for a halfway decent meal, I don't know how the Boardwalk cheesesteak place has been because we have not gone and gotten a cheesesteak from there. But the Mama Flora's Grill had a really good cheesesteak. So that would be a good pick to go over there and get that.
Well, remember, it's Six Flags. They are probably the exact same cheesesteak.
But I don't know, because the other ones, I don't think were packed like that.
Well, we've had the cheesesteak fries.
I mean, I know I've had the cheesesteak over there and the sausage.
We have a Rachel Geist.
She's going nuts. So yeah. Anyway, opening day, it was great. The garden is nice. I'm trying to think. The Wicked Saloon, the new porch over there that they also announced. Very nice, very nice. I do put that is in the vlog. So it's very nice over there. It's set up really nice. I'll definitely be enjoying that for Fright Fest for sure, but maybe before that, who knows? Hold on one second.
It wasn't so heavy, I'd hit you with
I know. Rachel, could you please stop, because it's very distracting.
I understand.
Well, we're gonna be there pretty soon.
Put it this way, you don't want it to be done, because the second it's done, I'm leaving. Ooh.
Well, I think aren't we gonna record a video?
Maybe. Whatever shuts her up.
Not unless we just record it after Easter dinner or something.
Oh yeah, maybe. I forgot about Easter dinner. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah. By the way, happy Good Friday, everyone. So have you heard...
What's today's date?
The 7th. Mm-hmm. So have you heard... Let's switch gears. Let's go from Six Flags to Disney. Have you heard what happened with the Reedy Creek? You know what Reedy Creek is? Or no? Reedy Creek is...
No, hold on. I'm trying to pull this from my memory banks, because I know... I definitely heard something. I'm trying to remember what.
Okay, so Reedy Creek is the district that that Disney is in, and Reedy Creek was created for Disney, and they had a deal with Florida, the state, that this would be, all of this land is, because Disney bought it, this is all ours, and we are going to run it. We're going to have our own fire department, our own everything, and we'll take care of the roads, and we'll take care of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the taxpayers don't have to pay. This is our
Right,
district. The
100%.
state has nothing to do with it. So anytime they want to build something, they want to add another resort or a park or a portion of a park, you know, like different areas. Reedy Creek is they're the ones that approve everything.
Right.
So they don't have to go through the state or the county and it's all Reedy Creek. Well, recently, the governor down there decided, well, we're going to dissolve Reedy Creek because there was a whole political thing with him and Chapek basically stuck his nose in where it didn't belong, because I don't think Disney belongs in politics. And so it has become this political thing. So Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, decided, guess what? Reedy Creek is now going to be under state control, and they voted on it, and it passed, and all this stuff. So now Reedy Creek, the board at Reedy Creek, it's now like the Reedy Creek Improvement something, Florida.
That's probably.
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
That's
anyway.
probably how it should have been from the beginning.
Well, no. Walt Disney, obviously, he didn't want that. He wanted to be able to control what was his.
Sure,
and I
but
get that.
he also probably didn't want everything. Like, he knew what he wanted, sure, I get that. But there's a point where you're like, what parts of this did he want?
Okay, yeah,
what did he actually want?
But it was extremely beneficial to Disney because now they can
$billion company.
Okay,
I understand.
Okay,
that.
So would you just listen? So he said, you know, now he's going to appoint a board. So this is going to be basically this is going to be all political now. Well, a day or two before the board. Now what happens is when Disney wants to do something, I don't know how often, but they go into the Reedy Creek board. There's always been a board. And they say, okay, this is our proposal. This is what we would like to do. And this is when this agreement will end. You have to put that in, you know, legally. You have to put in this agreement ends on. It's kind of like a contract, almost like a union contract or something like that. But it's not union, nothing like that. So a day or two before they voted to bring Reedy Creek under state control, all right, and put their own board in there. The Reedy Creek board gets together, and you have to, when you have a meeting like that, you have to publicly post it.
Yeah.
So it was all done legal. This was all done legally, and I don't have it in front of me, so I might misspeak a little bit. But so in there they put, okay, you know, we want in the next, I think it's like the next 10 years, we want approval for 1 new major theme park, 2 minor theme parks, another like resort. It's like X amount of hotel rooms. It's a lot. So they put all this stuff in there, right? And the board passes it before Ron DeSantis, before it's approved, right. And it's not technically dissolved. They were going to completely dissolve it, and then he changed his mind. He said, no, you know what? I'm going to make my own board, right? Because Disney reminded them, if you dissolve this, now your taxpayers of Osceola, I don't know if it's Osceola and Orange or just one of the 2 counties, but your taxpayers are going to have to pay X amount in tax. Like, how are they going to pay? You know, that's not fair to them. You know, so basically it was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to put my own board.
So basically they went to go to dissolve it. Then they were like, hey, you shouldn't do that because X, Y, and Z. And then they also did something to benefit themselves.
Right. So, but at the end of it, because you have to put like an end date, right? So at the end of it, and I might get this a little twisted. So this agreement ends or dissolves or whatever when the youngest living, I think this is, I might get it a little wrong, but when the youngest living descendant of King Charles dies, 21 years past that. So 21 years after the youngest descendant of King Charles dies is when this agreement is null and void.
That doesn't make any
Actually,
damn sense.
actually it does. It does, because his current youngest descendant is what? I'm guessing 2 years old, maybe
Well,
maybe she's a baby.
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
saying
But
to go off of that doesn't make sense.
so when that youngest descendant dies, let's say 80 years from now, there's still another 21 years after that. We're talking 100 years. Disney basically said, screw you, Florida, without saying a word. All they did was, hey, this is our proposal. And the current board before Florida took over said, yep, we're approving it. We're approving it. And so then when the new board gets in to meet, because they meet like on the first day or the second day or whatever, and they're reading this, they're like, oh, shit. What the hell? So, of course, they want to try to take them to court and all this, but it's all legal. It's legal. And, basically, if they take Disney to court over this, they're going to lose.
I mean, there's nothing they can do about it, yeah.
It's just, but they are looking, they want to charge them somehow or another, and they're looking and looking and looking to see if they can do anything. And it's like, you guys don't get it, man. Disney covers their tracks, and they've got money coming out the wazoo. You are not going to win this. Disney's going to do what they're going to do. It's brilliant. It's as brilliant as when Walt bought the property for Disney World, and they bought it under the cover of all these different names and companies, and so that nobody knew it was Disney. Because as soon as they knew it was Disney, the price skyrocketed on all this property.
Oh, yeah.
This was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant for them to do this. Hey, we're gonna slide this last one in here, and we're gonna get approval for all this stuff. And guess what? The new board can't say a word about it. They can't tell them, no, you can't build that hotel. They can't, and there's all kinds of other stuff in there. Like, they don't want them changing the signs. Like, that's part of the agreement. You can't change our signs. You can't, basically, you can take care of the potholes in the roads, and, that's about it. Like, you can cut the grass. But basically, Disney tied their hands to where they really can't do squat.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's just sleazy, but...
It's
literally doing nothing but benefiting a company.
But that's checkmate, baby. That is checkmate.
I mean, it's a fun game to watch.
That is checkmate. Because you know what?
But all it is benefiting company.
But the former CEO never should have stuck his nose in to begin with. He shouldn't have said a word. But because he decides to say something about something political, now the governor's upset, so I'm going to take your ball away. And then we get a new CEO, and...
You guys are saints.
Yeah. And then we get a new CEO for Disney, and it's like, yeah, no, you're not going to take... I'm going to be real quiet about this. I'm not going to say a word, but I'm going to take my ball back. And I love it. I just love that. I love it.
I mean, all that company is, and I guess it's rather suiting, is just selfish desire, which is every company, but particularly Disney.
But they've also been around for 100 years, so...
Yeah, there are other companies that have been around for just as long.
But you know what, though? Good job. But good job.
It's a company. I don't know. I don't have any vested interest in Disney doing well.
Well, and good job, Disney. You stuck it to the man.
They are the man, though. That's the problem. They stuck it to the man.
You know what?
They're not an underdog anymore.
Yeah, but
they have not been an underdog in 99 years.
You know what? I don't care. I think it was brilliant. I love it,
Yeah, like I
and I
said.
have nothing bad to say about that.
I mean, it's really fun to watch, and I think it's always fun whenever some conniving stuff happens. But also, I'm not gonna sit there and applaud a company for getting bigger. Essentially, like
I love it.
if it's a little startup thing, sure. Like, oh, you drew a card, good for you. Oh, you got like a bunch of good. There's your applause. But you are talking about a literal, like, almost monopoly, which I'd argue it's pretty much impossible to have a monopoly in anything entertainment.
Right.
But,
They can't do that, but I mean,
well,
basically.
no, I just mean like even from a legal perspective, because you have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. From a legal perspective, they can't, but they are as close to a monopoly as you can get legally.
Well, a lot of people would argue that with the newest acquisition, which seems to be going through under Microsoft's belt, a lot of people were arguing that would be monopolistic, but they are not. They are third in basically a top 3 race. So definitely not a monopoly, but their content library is about to be it's going to be Disney-esque in video games. Because people, I don't think, really think about the fact that, like, The Simpsons are now Disney.
Yeah. There's been a lot of podcasts and stuff where some people have brought that up.
Disney says,
well,
they don't let you. They don't put the Disney logo on it, though.
Well, yeah, but they didn't. Yeah, they didn't create that though.
They did. If you're talking about, oh God, what was the name of it? Shoot, what movie was that?
I don't know.
I'll come back to you with that. But there was one instance where they.
Yeah, but did it say Walt Disney Studios or Productions or something like that in front of it, or was it just a Disney owned?
I think it was a Disney
label?
owned thing, but they owned them when it had been made.
Okay. But my argument is, unless it says like Walt
it's
Disney,
owned by Disney,
but
though.
if it says Walt Disney Pictures, you're not going to find that.
Yeah,
If that title is Walt Disney Pictures, you won't find that.
Well, Marvel. That does get the Disney stamp, I believe, and that they.
Yeah, but I thought Marvel was a separate, much like Lucasfilms is separate. I thought Marvel was the same, that it was actually a separate entity. It's still owned by Disney, but a separate entity. I thought that was separate.
It's weird because they're closer, to my understanding, they are closer to Disney than Lucasfilms are, but they are still, like, there's a wall between them, but it's sheetrock, it's thin, you could...
It's cardboard.
Yeah, you could punch through it pretty easily.
Much like the food at Six Flags.
Oh!
Oh yeah, by the way, John just got back from work.
It's called crap.
So if you heard that laugh, I don't know, these mics do
Crap
to help.
Crap in the pants!
Are you almost done?
So, see, you probably heard that, though, because she was right here and a little bit louder.
Because she yells.
So what else? Okay, look, stop messing with the podcast. I have no idea what he just did.
God.
I have no idea what he just did. What did he do? See, now the viewers are going, what the hell is happening over there? Is that podcast worthy? What just happened? I didn't see it.
Oh my God.
I didn't see it. I don't know if it's podcast worthy. I have no idea. Oh, okay. So apparently we can't do that. We can't do that on the podcast because this channel. So
my God.
Okay, apparently that is not our channel content.
We're going to. Oh, I wouldn't say that. You know what? We're gonna end this one a little early because I need.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
need to. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
All right, hold on, wait.
No. You need to understand what's just happened.
Okay, have a happy Easter, everyone.
Easter.
We will attempt to see you again live next week. Otherwise, watch out for some videos. I'm gonna try to continue this streak of putting up 3 videos a week or 2 on a live, something like that. But happy Easter. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.